In this video, I'm going to explain why I'm not going to promote AI music. So I run a music marketing agency. We work with between 10 and 20 artists in a given month, managing between $10,000 and $20,000 in meta ad spend. Now, one of the hard things about marketing music as a career is the tension between wanting to make money and not being a good fit for every artist that wants to pay us money. So it's different than something like selling t-shirts or some consumer good where you don't really care who buys it. The more that you sell of it to whoever is willing to buy it, the better. It's not like true classic teas or coffee mugs. We often have artists wanting to work with us who send music that honestly just isn't very good. So think like the early stages of American Idol where you have somebody who just honestly can't really sing, but they think they can sing and it's just super cringe to watch.
Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Sometimes we get music like that. And I don't want to take money from people who probably just aren't going to be able to find an audience because the quality just isn't that good. And then we also will sometimes get submissions from music that expresses something that I just kind of disagree with. So I don't want to promote music that is overly vulgar or that like demeans women or something that, is just bad. So there's a moral element to this too. The challenge, obviously, as a music marketing agency is that you want to talk yourself into taking any music that you get submitted, either to saying that, you know what, this music actually is kind of good and I could find an audience for it, or, you know what, maybe this viewpoint is valid and it does deserve to be expressed, because they're willing to pay you money. And so it's hard to be like, no, please don't pay me $1,000. Actually, I don't think it's good that you pay me $1,000. So it's like, it is some moral tension. So recently I've been getting more and more submissions from artists in air quotes, who are clearly just using AI to totally create the song, where it's pretty obvious that the production and the vocals were done with AI and there's no real person singing. And I have struggled a little bit with this because on the one hand, it is nice to be paid money, but on the other hand, I do have moral reservations about promoting AI music. And truthfully, I didn't debate too long before making a decision, but here is my decision. I am not going to promote AI music. And so in the rest of this video, I will get into my rationale. So I'm going to start by saying something that is probably controversial, but this is what I believe. I think AI music is bad. And the reason I think that it's bad is because I don't think it fulfills the purpose of music. I think what music is for the communication of genuine emotion. And I do not think that AI music fulfills that purpose. When you listen to a song by Taylor Swift that's about a breakup, or when you listen to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, and you're like, I'm having a good time. The reason those songs are valuable is because they are tapping into a real feeling that was had by the person who wrote the song. Whether or not that was Taylor Swift writing it, or Freddie Mercury, or some team of co-writers, it was a real feeling that was tapped into and expressed by those people that is then being communicated through the art to the listener. AI is not capable of having feelings in that way. It can create the artifact associated with those feelings, or at least an approximation of a piece of art. But with AI, you've ripped out the original ground of meaning from that art. The song is not imbued with that original feeling, and so I think it totally rips out the entire purpose of making and listening to art, which again is the communication of real, actual, genuine emotion. So for me, here's what it comes down to. If I have to choose between helping somebody who's just created a bunch of songs with AI, usually it seems for the purpose of just racking up streaming royalties, or helping an artist who has gone through the painstaking, hard, deep process of understanding their own emotion and putting that into music and wanting to share that with the world. If I have to choose between those two things, what I'm going to spend my time and effort putting into the world, a world that is already drowning in an avalanche of content, I'm going to choose to promote the music that I think really has meaning, that really fulfills the purpose of art. I want to help the artists who are really trying to share genuine emotion and not just be another person throwing mud and dirt into an already overflowing, super polluted river. Now, is there nuance to this conversation? For sure, there's nuance to this conversation. Are there ways that you can use AI to make music where it adds legitimate value? Obviously, there are. I do think, as one final rabbit trail, that most of those ways to use AI are in pursuit of convenience, And I actually don't think that making music should be convenient. I think it actually probably should be hard. And that music tends to be better when it's an examination of limits and it's made in community rather than just a flattened assembly line process where you can just put in a prompt and get something back. Now, again, there's nuance to this conversation. There are a million use cases where AI could be valuable, but in general, I don't think that what we need is more convenience in our ability to make music. So that's my 2 cents. I just wanted to put this video on YouTube because I wanted to put it out there. I would prefer not to work with AI artists. I'm not going to accept music if I can clearly tell that it's AI generated. If you want to read a more detailed version of my thinking, where I walk through, and I think more eloquently, some of these thoughts and this rationale, I will put a link in the description and in a comment somewhere below where I basically wrote out a full-fleshed version of why I'm thinking what I'm thinking. So you can find that somewhere below if you want to hear me articulate it better. I don't mean to hate if you're using AI to bring life to your poetry or to help you with your production process. I'm not trying to hate on you. This has just been something that's on my mind as I've gotten more and more of these sorts of submissions, and I just wanted to put it out there publicly. Here's wishing you good luck as you make and market hopefully meaningful music. Thanks for listening. As always, wishing you the best. You got this.